Hey, Big Daddy Shin, day 754 at 24 Fitness. So it is midday, and I just got back from Disneyland, right? And I went, I went on the Rise of the Resistance ride, and yeah, it's quite an experience. So am I super happy about it? I mean, you know, if you're a Star Wars fan, okay, it's fun. But, I don't know, a little bit underwhelmed. Okay, let me go in here. Alright. So, you know, I'm not going to say that, you know, the ride was bad or anything, but it's just, you know, just when you're hyped up about stuff and people say, oh, it's the greatest, you know, yeah. Same thing with a lot of things when people like overhyped it and just get underwhelmed, right? Sometimes you go like in the housing thing, right? People, oh yeah, this house is whatever, and then you go there and it's like, okay. But same thing when you try new things. Oh, this is gonna totally work for you, whatever, and it's underwhelmed. But let me get on this bike. Okay, by no means am I saying like, you know, don't have expectation for things, but it's, you know, sometimes it doesn't pan out. But when you do have expectations and they do pan out, then it's amazing, right? Just like the whole Edward Shinde stuff and the kids writing those letters and those parents, oh gosh, it's amazing, right? Sometimes, you know, you plan something, they're like amazing. Sometimes you plan things, they're not so amazing. So, problem is, when you do have the expectations and you are underwhelmed, just make the most of it, you know? It's like, okay, yeah, well, it was pretty cool and stuff, whatever. I mean, it sucks for the people that actually, like, you know, you're not the person in charge of the thing, and then you go see somebody else's thing, or and then they're like think it's the greatest thing ever, but you're like, But you know, that's just all people's opinions, right? But anyways, I know that if things are out there, people pay money to see, or people pay money to do, then it's usually the greatest thing for somebody. So it's always worth to see why. So like, you know, this whole Star Wars thing, I mean, people love it. I gotta see why, but I could see why some people would really love it. Me, you know, or like, you know, when I took Jack to take one of my eat this one sandwich, I think it's a great sandwich. He didn't think so, but that day, yeah, wasn't as good as normal. So I could see how that happens. So just all the different mixed opinions. So that's why I'm not going to sit here trash a ride that everybody thinks awesome, or trash a movie some people think it's awesome or it's crappy or whatever. It's just, you know, your own expectations and beliefs. But the feeling when you're expecting something and it doesn't pan out, yes, not the best feeling in the world, but it's not the end of the world. So anyways, that's that. There you go. Alright, there we go, day 754 in the books. So, I feel good on that exercise. And it's still early in the day. And I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat today. See you later. So I'll probably figure out some type of salad or some type of fish thing. You know, that's what I'm not even craving anything. That's my problem too. It's still hot outside? Yes, it totally is. So I can't wait for 110 degree Victorville weather soon. But until then, I'm going to enjoy life. But, you know, keeping my expectations more real. But you know what? I'm not even going to do that. You know why? Because I think most of my excitement from life is about having high expectations. And yes, you have your share of being underwhelmed, but sometimes it exceeds the expectations and you feel, amazing, right? So even though some things in life you'll be underwhelmed, some people you'll experience major joy. So that's why I take risks too. So I'm not going to play it safe. I know I was talking about the whole underwhelming thing, but it's got to just go for it, right? Because you never know. It could be the greatest thing ever in the world, or it could be the worst. But only one way to try, right? Anyways, Big Daddy Shin, day 754. If I can exercise 754 days in a row, you can exercise 754 days in a row. Because if I can do it, you can do it. And I'm doing it. Being underwhelmed. All right.